I see Michelle Birdsong, Eve, Earth's first mother, daughter of the sun, and out in New York City. Okay, so this is part 2 of Cal, the Negative Power, Tricked You into Eating Meat. Evangeline, the name of Longfellow's poem, Adams, Evangeline Adams, was an astrologer. She cast a horoscope for the judge's son. You know what? I did this on the last video. Okay, you can see about Evangeline Adams and astrology becoming a legal science on part 1 of this series. Okay, I'm going to go down here to Robin Birdsong. Robin Michelle Birdsong has been a lacto-vegetarian most of her life and abstained from drugs and alcohol all of her life. Sing Birdsong has never eaten meat, fish, nor eggs this life, nor has he done drugs or drank alcohol except for one time of experimenting in high school. Song, Sing Birdsong Rock Star. Sing Birdsong. Where is this picture? There's this picture. There he is. Sing Birdsong, rock star of Friends Seminary. Genome from his father, once Bach and Irving Berlin. Sing can thank his mother, too, who had been Beethoven. We're more than who we are. We're also who we've been. Sing Birdsong has been Mozart and Jimi Hendrix. He learned a lot in his past lives. As President Harry Truman, he learned to be wise. As King Charlemagne, he united folks with much in common to harmonize. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio. Shakespeare now sings Mother close to God, helped us understand how much a human can know. Sing Birdsong played guitar all over the world with Luscious Jackson, a group mostly girls. That's how he rose above the down low dirty factions, maintaining traction as a red-blooded male of black and Cherokee extraction. His past lives as Superman flying in the sky, as George Gershwin and Richard Rodgers playing jazz and the sound of music. What's it to ya? Sing Birdsong Hallelujah. Whoops. Once the Guru Arjan and Saint Jagat Singh. How does it feel to be real human being? There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio. Shakespeare now sings Mother close to God, helped us understand how much a human can know. Okay, so that's I hope, let's see, where are we? Still talking about Cal, the negative power. It said to Guru Kabir. This is Kabir, now Ostara Gloria. That's her mother, St. Patrick, Melanie L. Spear. Cal, the negative power, said to Guru Kabir, "Oh brother, your devotion is difficult. Nobody will believe it. I'm telling you. I hope the good people following Satmat will believe him." Cal, the negative power, said, "That is why I say, don't go into the world now." And then Eve says, "I hope the good people see through the illusion of time and in aging and dying. I hope the good people who've been tricked into letting their cells age and die reverse their ages. Kabir said, "At that time I told Cal, I know your deceptions and tricks. Note, I hope all good people very soon come to KNOW, Cal, the negative powers, deceptions, and tricks." Song, I love to learn. I love to learn. It's well and good to earn. I love to take a turn, to read a book, look inside my mind, to be able to discern. I love to learn about you. I love to learn about me. I learn to read and write too. I love to listen and see. When I was a child, I wasn't allowed to ask questions. I had to always have a smile. I wasn't allowed to be my own person. Now I'm grown, I'm free to love humanity, and the tree, and the sky as far as I can see. Life is a game of give and receive. Reality is what I perceive. Won't you talk and share with me? Vision I can achieve. Knowledge of my own mentality, if you talk and share with me. I love to learn. It's well and good to earn. I love to take a turn, to read a book, look inside my mind, to be able to discern. Okay, where are we? I, T. Michelle Birdsong, am writing this essay from my experience of having been as Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, from having as my father in a past life Milton Harris, resident of St. Francis of Assisi, Residence 3, Robert Michelle Birdsong was St. Francis of Assisi. Milton Harris was Homer, who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey, two epic poems. Let's decode them. Let's decode Odyssey. Order. D for daughter of the sun. I, secret Santa. E for Eve energy, I. Okay, I'll read it all together. Order, daughter of the sun. I, secret Santa. Eve energy, I. Okay. Just giving you some identity here. Now, there's a hymn I want to read to you. Making the souls firm in the true shabs, I will enable them to remove your illusions. I will make them to recognize all your tricks, and by the strength of Nam, I will liberate the souls. Nam. A-N for Angel Gabriel, A-M for Am. Angel Am Ma. Angel Michelle Am Ma. Angel Am Michael. Okay, that is Michael Bublé, Archangel Michael. Archangel Gabriel, Jesus Christ, Corinna Singh Dylan. Archangel Michelle. Okay. Now, liberate. L for will, I for pleasure, B-E for B energy, R for rate, A for 8. Will pleasure, B energy, rate 8. Okay, so you got liberated when you what you ate is rated. Okay? Will pleasure, B energy of rate 8. If you ate living food, not dead, you will live. If you ate dead food, you will die. Okay, those who remember me in thought and deed, word and deed, focusing, this is Radhasaman, our God, focusing their attention on the elementless. Such souls will go to the immortal world, putting their feet on your head, cow. Couplet. Any brave and wise soul will finish your ego and very happily that soul will be convinced of the true Shab. Hearing this, Cal felt defeated and started to think of deceptions. That's from the book of Anurag Sagar, The Ocean of Love, written by James Bean. And it says, am a mystic, explorer of the love, light, and sound of God, devotee of a spiritual path from India known as Satmat, author and host of Spiritual Awakening Radio. Radio decoded. R for her, Tesla. AD for ad, I for pleasure, O for ordered mild red. Her Tesla ad, pleasure, mild red ordered. A radio. Tesla invented the radio. That's why his name appears there. Sachkhand is a term used in Sikhism to denote an individual's union with God. Guru Nanak Timashel, the founder of Sikhism, the founder of Sikhism described a hierarchy of 5 spiritual levels in the Japji Sahib. The highest level in this hierarchy is known as the mystical union with God, Wikipedia. Now, Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ's religion is Sikhism. He's a Sikh. You can tell by the turban, right? Okay. He's the head of the RSSB, Radhaswami Satsang Bias. Sachkhand, the realm of truth, is a Sikh concept of liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth. The soul becomes immortal. I put that in there. What does the Bible say about union with Christ? Mystical union may be described as the relationship between a person and God in the highest degrees of the mystical life. As the intensity of the mystical union grows, it becomes so great that the body cannot withstand it, and so falls into ecstasy. What is mystical? Mystical union may refer to mysticism, the pursuit of experience of direct communion between a believer and an ultimate reality, divinity, spiritual truth, or God. Mystical theology, the school of thought which treats of acts and experiences or states of the soul which cannot be produced by human effort. Wikipedia. What is Sachkhand? Sachkhand, realm of truth, is a Sikh concept of liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth, immortality. It is achieved by the Guru's grace and through meditation and Simran, remembering the divine. Sachkhand is, according to Gurbani, as a spiritual state of being liberated whilst alive through immersing oneself in the divine truth and becoming inseparable to the truth. In other words, God's light. Okay, notice the light on this picture. This is the sun god. I took this picture myself. I did not put these lights on these photographs. They just appear after they were developed. Okay, so I need to make a note to tell you that I have achieved Sachkhand level. And April 2018, you see, Sing Bird Song is here in North Carolina, right? And he's got 1. There was 1 mystical joining together of God and the soul. April 2018 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Gorinda Singh, Jesus Christ, and T. Michelle Birdsong, Mary Magdalene, his wife, married again and made a baby, Aria Elizabeth Michelle. She's in this womb. The union was so elated. She was so elated she could hardly sit still. She didn't faint or anything like that because Charan Singh had cautioned them and said God doesn't like that. He likes discipline. Be disciplined about it. So she was disciplined about it, and she didn't run into his arms like she wanted to do it. Almost kept running out of her seat. She had to hold herself back. She was so happy, so overjoyed. And he was too. That's why they made the baby and married. And also, the same thing happened with her father a few days later in New York on 17th Street and 8th Avenue. She was communing with him, and she felt elated, just exhilarated. And he pulled out his supreme beam and stuck it between her legs, and they had a spiritual union where he made a baby with her as well. Giancarlo Arturo is in her womb, and he was in past life Dr. Wayne Dyer, and before that he was a Pope Saint Linus, who was a successor to Pope Saint Peter, who was a successor to Jesus Christ. Okay, so she has achieved the level of Sachkhand, which means they are immortals now. And I think Robin has too, because when she was at the Dera visiting her father, because he's my husband and she's my daughter, therefore he's her other father. Stevie Wonder's her biological father. Okay, so when she was visiting Gorinda Singh at the Dera, she was so overjoyed. She was so utterly happy. Maybe she's already at the level of Sachkhand, and she is? He tells me yes. Okay, she's achieved union, spiritual union with God. So she is also an immortal. Okay, she was Galileo and Queen Victoria, Michelangelo, Dr. Seuss, Dr. Spock, Voltaire, King James, and the Guru lost in Radhaswami history. She has extraordinary background too. Okay, she was also Azura in the Garden of Eden, and Seth Will Smith was her husband and brother. He was Adam and Eve's third and perfect son. Okay, so that's it. Part 2 of Cow, the Negative Power, tricked you into eating meat. Okay, stop eating meat and get on the path to immortality with us. So long.